That's a problem.
So Haspin Acres.
Yeah, part 2. But we didn't film part 1.
Part 1 for you all.
Yeah, part 1 for the fans, all 23 of them. I don't even think we're at 23 yet, right? I think we've got 14 subscribers right now.
Yeah, I think 14, the last I checked.
So hopefully in like a few years, we're going to be looking back at this thinking, oh my God.
Laughing.
Yeah, laughing.
But we're going to entertain all 14 of you today.
Yes, all 14 of you will be entertained, properly entertained. So we are in the middle of nowhere, Indiana right now. And as it turns out, Haspin Acres is also in the middle of nowhere, Indiana. So Haspin's a little bit different than what you've seen in Wildcat. Wildcat is, the trails are rougher. They are more rutted out because it gets a lot more traffic. Haspin is not smooth by any stretch of the imagination, but it's also not nearly as difficult. So if you're looking for a beginner place to ride and you need to just take it easy, break your machine in, something like that, Haspin is perfect for that. So we've got 19 miles, 30 minutes of cornfield and horse pasture and cow pasture and trees. That's it.
Tell me about today so far.
Mud. All of it. This place is way different in muddy terrain. It was not challenging at all when we first came out in September, and it was our first ride. We weren't afraid of anything. Maybe we were naive or something, but we blasted through this place with no problem. I mean, it was foot to the floor for the majority of things, right?
To the point that we almost didn't really love it that much. It wasn't challenging enough.
Right. We were seriously thinking about attempting Devil's Backbone today, and this is Devil's Backbone. We were down at the bottom debating whether or not to come up, and before things kind of got dicey, we went over to this side over here. Came up right here in this rut, kind of this trail here, and and swapped over to the other side of those two trees. When we got onto the other side of those two trees and the side-by-side was like this, going up the trail, it started sliding down this way. And so I made her get out. And we don't have any footage of it, but it was kind of a pucker situation because it started sliding and it didn't matter what I did with the front wheels, and I had the diff locked. It wasn't holding. Anyway, it's not awful out here. It's just and it's not tough. This is not a tough place to come, don't get me wrong. But the difference between what it was when it was dry and what it is today are night and day.
Yeah.
You've probably seen a few pictures of old Tango up there. By the way, we decided that's the name. So Tango is the name for the RZR. One thing we didn't outline is these little covers. So
that you can hardly see now.
yeah, you can hardly see them, but they are socks to cover your
Shock socks.
shocks. Shock socks. So it's really interesting. We were having a conversation about how when it's dead like this, it's almost less fun. And it's the opposite of, like, if you've ever played golf and you've had a whole golf course to yourself, that's phenomenal because there's nobody like breathing down your neck or anything like that. You know, not having people around, it takes pressure off of you. But when you're out here and there's nobody around and you don't see anybody on the trails, it's just kind of
It's kind of lonely.
It's lonely. It's not boring. It's not fun, less fun or anything like that. It's just, you're right, it's kind of lonely. Yeah. We should check this out. You know, the tires are, these Bighorns, they're good. They're good tires. They get us through pretty much everything, but they're caking like crazy right now. And it doesn't matter if we go floor it and get all that knocked out, we end up caked back like this in pretty much no time. Certainly a different experience than what we've previously done. It almost makes you want to have a little bit knobbier of a tire, but I don't know how you get much knobbier than a Bighorn. So I don't know what to make of that. Would love to hear some comments on what you do in a situation like this. We're losing grip pretty significantly when we're out on the trails. So the situation that we kind of got ourselves in when we were coming up Devil's Backbone was not a great one. Certainly less desirable than you'd want because you want to be able to get up those big hills. But I don't really know what to do about that. This is still new to us. So if you've got any suggestions, I don't feel like the answer is new tires, but maybe it is. I don't know.
Would you say we bogged a little too deep today?
I don't know what happened, to be honest with you. We, I don't know. We knocked looked like we cracked the cleat on one of the tires, this tire. So we know it's leaking. We ran into a couple of guys, ones that you can hear in the background raising hell right now. They were nice enough to loan us a jump box that had a compressor in it. So we found out on the trail that it was leaking, and there's a tear in one of the cleats. So what I'm going to try to do, probably unsuccessfully here, is put some air in this tire and see if we can't get it to show us where it's leaking. And then once that is square, we'll try to put a plug in it. And if we can't put a plug in it and get it to hold, then our day's done. Off the shelf slime kit from AutoZone. Our saviors. Holy!
Would better tire avoid that? If so, I think we absolutely need some better tires.
Can you just clip the part where it says, I think we absolutely need some better tires?
I can do that.
Okay.
Oh, I think we absolutely need some better tires.
All right, so these are the two guys that helped us. We're gonna get a little bonus footage here of some Jeep on Jeep action. They're doing a little drag race. We've got a 3-inch lifted Grand Cherokee and a 4.5-inch lifted regular Cherokee. So they've swapped lanes now. So first race was Red Rocket won. We'll see what we can do here. All right, looks like Red Rocket won again. There's a jump in the middle of that right lane and a big old puddle. But guy in the red was full send when he was out on the trails, and he was full send on the drag strip too. I would expect nothing less. So thanks to those guys for helping us. They had a compressor when we needed it out on the trails. It got us back to the truck up there. Alright, so Grand Cherokee in the right lane. He has lost twice now. Not sure what's hanging down from under his car. Alright. There they go. Oh, Grand Cherokee's got the jump. He got the jump on him. Does he go send? Full send. Nice. Grand Cherokee gets the win in the right lane. That's awesome.
These guys are awesome. They're just having fun. All right, we're calling it a day.